Many people wonder what it takes to launch and grow a successful business today. Many also question what exactly goes on in the mind of an entrepreneur. Pure ambition, hopes of everlasting wealth, or recognition for changing the world are often cited as driving forces behind founders of successful companies. On the other hand, some perceive starting a company as the epitome of stroking our own selfish, egotistical desires at the expense of others. Regardless of perspective, entrepreneurship is an enigma in our world. Something we observe every day, yet still perplexes us as to what exactly it is and why people choose to embrace it. When I think about entrepreneurship, there's a few words that come to mind that really are the foundation of what goes into entrepreneurship and making a great entrepreneur. The first one is really around, I would just say it's creativity. It's an ability to mix certain talents with, the creative side of people, as well as the structure and the business side that really is expression of maybe even an artistic side. So the first one is really about creativity. The second, what entrepreneurship really means to me is freedom. This will come up a lot as we interview more people. I hear it all the time that people that go on to create their own companies, there's a sense of freedom that they have in pursuing their dreams, pursuing growing a business. They don't have necessarily a boss to answer to. They have freedom in everything that they are pursuing. There's an open road ahead and they're just paving their way. I would say another one is around ownership. And, you can think traditionally ownership, but you can also think about ownership in something that you've created personally that you own legally and in terms of your equity and shares, but also ownership in the sense of you kind of take this individualized approach to ownership of the vision and building that out. And I think the last one is just, I would say, self-discovery. And I've said it a lot, but as an entrepreneur, the path of growing, working hard, and really building out your company. And again, this is 10 years for me in terms of the road of Founders Live, and it's self-discovery. If entrepreneurs are on a process of discovering their unique path, their strengths, and their continual vision. And so it's all those words there come together to really form what entrepreneurship means to me. You decided to really take a dive into this. What about entrepreneurship attracts you? Why this life versus like, hey, we could all go and work a job and all that, but you've chosen to be a part of an early stage startup and really build. So why?
I think I'm a human being that's full of ideas, and I think in general, when people discover themselves and how they're sort of like approaching life or going through life, if they're human beings that are generally full of ideas and kind of want to explore them, entrepreneurship is probably something suitable for them. And so I figured it out about myself and decided to just pursue this path. The most exciting part would be to pursue a goal that can hopefully support human flourishing. I think one of the beautiful things about entrepreneurship and turning ideas into action and something to execute upon is that you can support human beings in doing that. And so I think that's a very beautiful thing.
Yeah, I think they chose me, because it's not my choice to create this path, but a need. I need to do it because you can't do it by yourself alone. You have to connect, you have to grow up, you wanted to change the world, you wanted to do something better for the same markets that you are inside. And I saw a lot of problems that, the problems that make the problem for me as well. So if I find a way to find solutions of these problems, my life will be better. So I try to create this new solution that I never found. I looked so much, but I didn't found. So I try to create this and develop this and try to find these solutions for the markets that I love.
And so, would you say that is, in some ways, it's the creativity and the desire to solve problems?
Yeah.
And what would you say is the most exciting about being a founder and entrepreneurship?
Yes, the life of an entrepreneur is very difficult every day, but when you see that someone has a better life because you have this solution and it will promote these solutions, this I think it's very exciting to see that this works. We can change something here. We can do something that works. A lot of work before to do this, but we find a way that works. And this is very exciting for all the team.
So I think that everyone was, at some point when they were younger in life, they had this vision of changing the world. And, it was at that point, it looked like an easy thing to do. But when you get a bit older, you realize that it's much more hard thing to do than you expect. And I believe the entrepreneurship, it's the fastest way to get the ideas out and to actually do change the world.
Yeah. And what does change the world mean to you?
Well, it can be on very different level. I would really like to do something for the good, so change the world for the better. So use technology and all the great tools that we have in order to create better human lives and overall quality of all living beings actually on the world.
I love that. And this is what we do for Founders Live, actually. We're very much about supporting and empowering people that want to change the world. So this is great.
Well, it has, I believe, many, many benefits. It is challenging, it is hard. There will be many sleepless nights and times where you really want to give up and you think you're not meant to be an entrepreneur. But then again, I don't believe there is anything as satisfying as a place where you can learn as much as you do on this entrepreneurial path. So everything that you encompass, everything you come across, you will learn, you will face different challenges. It definitely builds you as a person, and you won't get that anywhere in any other corporate job.
I agree. It's a lot of personal growth. You learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah, it's a self-growth journey, and I'm here for it.
So you can hear the passion, the purpose, the calling. You can hear it in these founders and entrepreneurs' voices. And the beauty of our Founders Live events is we put that on showcase. We put these founders in front of everyone, and not only we help them tell their story, but we also celebrate the entrepreneurs. And in the end, there is a winner that comes out of our event, and we're just so happy to be able to showcase and celebrate these amazing entrepreneurs around the world. As you can hear, it's the purpose and the drive that keeps them going.
I think maybe my generation, I understand that we work in different kind of companies with bosses. Sometimes you don't have bosses, you have some leaders, and this is nice, but usually our bosses. And I think, looking to my friends, talking to my friends, that we are kind of tired sometimes of having someone saying what you have to do. And I guess my generation is interested in renew things, in create new things, and look at the same problems that they looked, but try different solutions for it. And this is what we did in Brazil when we started, for example, Canacoin, our project of crypto, trying to make different. It's a certification. We know how certification works, but we have different ideas, so you cannot bring sometimes your ideas to the traditional companies. You have to create your own to make it happen.
Especially in a startup. First of all, you need to have those leadership characteristics, but you also need a lot of empathy, you need a lot of patience, you need to know how to put people together, because sometimes you can have right people from the point of view of like technical side that just don't fit into your team. So there is so much that you need to balance to be able to get that passion actually work, becomes a product or service, whatever your startup is doing. So being an entrepreneur, it is a lot of things. And I think it's even hard to define it. Right now, what I told you is probably what we are struggling with. So yeah, but it's challenging.
Yeah.
If you like a challenge, you go and do the entrepreneurship.
To me, it means creating and problem solving. So actually making the world a bit of a better place, just one step at a time. I think that's like the core value of entrepreneurship for me.
Yeah, exactly. And, I feel the same way. And let's go a level deeper though. What is it about the opportunity to make the world a better place? What is it about that? Meaning like, look, you can do that at a corporate job.
Yeah.
So the freedom to create something, to start from zero, to start from nothing. Like Founders Live was an idea, and then it was a Google Doc. And then it was something in Seattle in the United States, and now it's all around the world. And that's tremendously powerful. And I'm sure in your idea as well, we're going to talk about that. But what does it really mean to you to take something from nothing? Because working for a corporation, sure, they're just going to tell you how to make the world a better place. But we as entrepreneurs and founders are creating that idea and then putting it into motion.
I think like with a lot of corporate jobs or just jobs in general, you have always some kind of limitation from people that are above you and give you certain directions to go with. And I think with entrepreneurship, you really get to explore your own creative side. So you don't have any limitations. You have no one to tell you you have to do it this way, or you have to do it that way. There's no like specific roadmap to building a business and becoming an entrepreneur.
So what is entrepreneurship again? I have found the crux in the entrepreneurial path is self-actualization, the place where the founder comes full circle on what, how, and why they embarked on the journey in the first place. Their only life only makes sense when they look back upon what they have done and connect the dots from where they have come from. It is in this true place of entrepreneurship entrepreneurs are born and true greatness can be achieved. I don't know. We may never know for sure what entrepreneurship really is, but what I can try to illustrate is how vital the entrepreneurial journey is in discovering yourself, your vision, and your legacy. I hope this doesn't scare you. In fact, I hope you are intrigued and invigorated. In the end, through entrepreneurship, I hope you can gain a better understanding of who you are and how you will choose to leave your lasting legacy.